Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. This show was recorded live on Saturday, February 16th.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. Now this segment is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Kansas City Chiropractic understands the high-pressure demands placed upon individuals in the workplace and the athletic demands people place on their bodies. They offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. You can call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. Hello, everyone. I am Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine, and you're watching or listening to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. Now, today we're coming to you from the Kansas City Ice Center, which is located on Johnson Drive, just 2 miles west of 435, where you can now skate on their indoor rink or their brand-new outdoor ice pavilion. You can come on out and skate outside at one of their upcoming public skating sessions, which you can find out about by calling 913-441-3033 or by visiting their website, kcicecenter.com. Plus, you can find out more about their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs on their website as well, or just hang on because we're going to talk more about that in this segment. Now, today we're taping our radio show, which is on ESPN 1510 Saturdays at 8 a.m. and Sunday evenings at 9 p.m. on 102.9 FM and 1040 a.m. We're also taping our TV show, which can be seen on Sure West Cable on Channel 7 at our new times, 9 a.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m., and that is every single day. And now you can also view our show and some of our past shows on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And this month, with our current issue, KC Sports is just 1 month away from our 16th year as the magazine for sports fans in KC. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports, we feature our KC Baseball Report presented by Budweiser. This month, our writers analyze the Royals' new pitching rotation and point out 6 questions we all should be asking the Royals as the Royals open spring training. And in our hockey report presented by the Kansas City Ice Center, where we are today, we write about Hockey Weekend Across America, which is going on right now, and we discuss what the KC Ice Center is doing locally to participate in this event. And again, we'll talk about that in just a few seconds. And for a complete list of locations where you can find KC Sports Magazine, visit our website, kcsportspaper.com. You'll find a link to a list of locations right on the front page of the website, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. And now, as I mentioned, we're going to talk to someone who has been a regular on our show, who's joining us at the Kansas City Ice Center. He is the general manager of the Kansas City Ice Center. His name is Dean Nelson, and he runs the show here at the KC Ice Center and also for the Outdoor Ice Pavilion. Long time no see, Dean.
Hey, thanks for having me, Steve. Appreciate it very much.
And, you were to prepare for Hockey Weekend Across America. You spent some time in Florida.
Yeah, I did. I had to do, I'd been here about a year and a half, and I really hadn't taken any time off. As you know, I am pretty committed to the job.
Oh, yeah.
So we did take 3 days off before this started, and I went down there and just I didn't research, but I just went down there and I played a little bit of golf. So it was actually a nice little break.
You could have said you saw the Panthers play or the Lightning play or you checked out a jersey, whatever. Yeah. So anyway, yesterday kicked off the 6th year across the country that Hockey Weekend Across America has been celebrated. Now, I think, if I'm right, this is the first year in Kansas City. Is that right?
Yeah, what I had a thought of doing is I'm originally from Minnesota, and we have a hockey day in Minnesota, which they've done for many years, longer than the Hockey Day Across America.
Right.
So when I got down here, my biggest thought was, when they do have the next Hockey Day Across America, why don't we do a hockey day in Kansas City to try to drive the hockey force here and locally?
Right. So in Minnesota, what is that like? I mean, it's end to end, beginning of the day to the end of the day, just filled with events and events and events. What's it like? And I mean, Minnesota is called the state of hockey,
right,
and hockey is number one there and all
Yep.
that. So what's the feeling like there if you're a hockey fan or
it's a big day.
Yeah.
And what they do is they take the beginning of the day with all ages, and they actually have a lot of outdoor games. So back years ago, they started putting up outdoor rinks, really nice ones in different cities. So they might have one in the morning in the Northern Iron Range, and they might have one in the afternoon in the Twin Cities, and then they might have one in the late afternoon, like down south, and they would broadcast 3 or 4 games a day, whether they be boys, girls, or even kids. And then they would have the Minnesota Golden Gophers play at about 5 o'clock, and then usually the Minnesota Wild play around 7 or 8 o'clock. It would be a full day of hockey door to door.
So is that what's going on in Minnesota right now today?
It is not today. They did theirs a few weeks ago.
They
did theirs a few weeks ago. They do not do it at the exact same day, but I thought that in Kansas City we might need that little bit of extra push to have people realize what was going on in the hockey world.
For sure. Now, yesterday in Hockey Weekend Across America was Wear Your Jersey Day. I'm a day behind,
That's all right.
But I'm wearing one of my favorite jerseys. I brought 2 other ones, so I'm going to switch each segment. I apologize. I don't have a Wild jersey.
That's all right.
I do have a Wild hat, but
I'd be proud to wear the Blues jersey right now.
Oh yeah, after yesterday's game, that's fine. So let's talk about what's going on here today at the Kansas City Ice Center. You've got an end-to-end type of activity going on today.
We got a packed house since we put in the outdoor pavilion. The public skates out there have been really, really busy, and as well as today, we're doing our hockey day. Kansas City Hockey Day. So we have outdoor games going on all day after the public skate from teams from the Kansas City Junior Mavericks, the Carriage Club teams, the Saints teams, Kansas City Saints, the Kansas City Stars, our local organization that we house here. And right in the middle of it all, we're doing a Try Hockey for Free Day, which we have close to, I think, 60 kids signed up. And it's called Try Hockey for Free, and we're going to outfit them. We're going to suit them up, and we're going to take them all out on the ice. And that's separate from the programs we run. It's just a one-day deal, which they're doing all across America as well today at a lot of different rinks. So it should be a lot of fun for us.
Right, and this is a program, Hockey Weekend Across America is kind of run by something called USA Hockey, which is an organization that does that now. I'd heard that there were 200 rinks across America that are doing Try Hockey for Free Day. It's really cool that you guys are one of those rinks.
Yeah, you have an opportunity if you want to participate in it or not, and you have to actually be a part of USA Hockey, which we are, and then we have to choose if we want to do the program or not on this specific day. And of course, when I talked to Mary Helmick, the administrator of the Stars, she really puts most of it together. I facilitated here at the rink, which is, of course, a task, but she really, really puts it all together for us.
Right. So you've got 60 or so kids. They're going to be outfitted from head to toe.
Yeah, with whatever they need. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot some video. That's coming up here in a little bit. We're gonna shoot some video of some kids getting dressed and things like that. But you've got skates lined up.
Yeah.
You've got equipment lined up.
Yep.
You've got helmets. You've got sticks. All that kind of stuff. And I can't imagine that after they've put all that on and gone out there on the ice, that the enthusiasm for hockey can't be there. It's I remember just playing street hockey and getting my first pair of gloves, and it was like I just treasured those things.
It's really neat. When I first came here, we had about 12 kids in the Learn to Play Hockey program. I was on the ice this morning with 54 Learn to Play Hockey kids, and another 50 or 60 today in this class. And I really think that events like this and the hard work and the participation of all the families around here that enjoy hockey, the game of hockey, it's really, really growing in the Kansas City area.
Right. And, really once that enthusiasm takes hold of the kid, it really gets infectious, I would think. Do you see a lot of kids that bring their buddies out to play? I know from my experiences, I've seen that. And then in addition to that, as the kid plays hockey, sometimes the dad or the mom will also pick it up too, and they'll start playing in adult leagues. I had a number of adults that, the parents, our kids grew up together and played together, and then all of a sudden the dad's got all the gear and he's going out there and he's playing in some, men's C or D league and just enjoying the heck out of it.
We do. I tell you what, the kids start playing at this level, and if they haven't been introduced to hockey in this area because maybe they just weren't brought up on it.
Right.
To me it sounds crazy because it's like second nature for where I'm from, but I have a dad right now who's probably, I would say 40. And he's got skates now. He doesn't know how to skate, but that's his new goal.
Yeah.
And I said, it's just not that easy. Well, I'll come out at 6 o'clock in the morning and work with you. And I said, it's going to take a lot of work to get you on skates, but he might be one of those guys who loves the game through his kid. Most of the kids love the game through their parents. Somehow along the line, hey, I played baseball, my kid's going to play baseball. This is in reverse now, where the kid is playing hockey. And the parents now are loving the game of hockey, which is so, so special. I had a dad say to me the other day, I don't know anything about hockey, but what should my kid be doing? I said, it's funny for a parent to have their kid in a sport and they know nothing about it. And now they can be introduced to the game of hockey, which is great live. You watch it on TV, which is fun, but you get out to a live game, whether it be little kids or high school, which we have later here today in our hockey day across America. It really, really gets infectious through your family.
Well, the thing about hockey is that everybody's moving, and they're always moving. The goalie might be standing back as if the play's down in the other end, but everybody's moving, so your kid is participating in it. It's not like you're standing there, and I played baseball as a kid, and I love baseball, but it's not like you're standing there at second base waiting and waiting and waiting, or you're put out in right field and nothing's happened. Even with the kid that doesn't have great skills, there's also at that lower level, they break it up so that kids with the better skills play against the kids with the better skills, and then the kids that need more development are playing against kids that need more development, so they get a chance to play.
Yeah, all those other sports, all those other sports are great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them all too. Yeah. But I tell you what, hockey is just a little bit different, where it is a team sport. Where I don't wait for my kid every ninth batter to come up and then he bats and he swings at 3 and he's out of there. I mean, that's fun too. Not swinging at 3, but what I meant was, every third shift they're on the ice. So you're only watching about a minute and a half, and your kid's back out there.
Right.
The shifts are 30 seconds, 45 seconds, boom, your kid's back out there, and that keeps all the fans involved. That keeps all the kids involved. So no kids are really sitting on the sidelines going, hey, when is it my turn? Your turn's coming again right away.
That's
so,
right.
It really is a sport that really grows throughout the family.
Well, our kids played baseball and then also played hockey at the same time, and my wife used to say, we'd be at the baseball game, and you said, and an inning would go by, or a batter would go by, and she said, do you know how much would happen in a hockey game in this time? Yeah. And that's, that's a part of the fun of the whole thing is that you can see that. Now, part of the issue, and we addressed this in our story on the KCI Center and Hockey Weekend Across America, part of the issue with the growth of hockey in Kansas City is we don't have that NHL presence. We've got the Royals and we've got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And kids look up to those players and they want to be like, so-and-so and things like that. There's really not so much of that in hockey to drive kids to the game.
Yeah, there isn't that connection. I mean, I had the wear your jersey for free last night and skate for free. Mm-hmm. And the reason I said it could be a youth jersey, it didn't have to be a pro jersey, because there's a lot of people that don't have pros to look up to around here.
Right.
So all of a sudden I saw old Blades jerseys coming in here, Kansas City Blades, which I know Gary Emmons real well, and he coaches our high school team here, which is the Jets, and they'll be playing later today against Omaha, which is a great brand of hockey to come out and watch.
Right.
And we don't get that. We don't get the kids looking up saying, hey, I want to be like this guy, because they might have the blues. But, and that's why St. Louis hockey, I think, is so big, and Minnesota hockey, and the teams that have, even down in Tampa and Dallas and all these other areas. So,
Dallas is apparently one of the organizations that you look at and say, this is the way to grow hockey.
Yeah. Yep.
Apparently they came in, this is the story I heard, they came in and they kind of took over, in a good way, the youth hockey program. And now, 20 years later or so, there are kids that are coming out of those programs and going on to play in college or playing in the pros and things like that. And it takes a little while for that to happen, but that's a part of what they did. And I know that I've heard that they're looked at it as, the ideal.
The model for a city.
The model, yeah.
And I think we played a Dallas team last year up here in Kansas City in a tournament, and they were called the Star. I think they were called Dallas Stars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so could you imagine as an 8-year-old kid putting on a Stars jersey that kind of replicated it, looked like it, and then you all of a sudden wanted to be Mike Modano or whoever played there. I say Modano because from Minnesota, he played in Minnesota, so I don't know a lot of the Dallas Stars. But could you imagine that if we had that here and all of a sudden they put on the Blades uniform at a young age and then they grew to that? So it's just it's what we're kind of missing. But I think that the drive's there for kids, and they just kind of miss that college or that pro team.
Well, one of the things that we do have is we have guys like Gary Emmons that coach. Tom Tilley runs the Stars organization. Tom played in the NHL. I think Gary played a little bit in the NHL
San Jose
as well. Yeah, he played for the Sharks and he played for the Blades. So we've got people in the community that once you're in the program, you realize these normal guys that are really nice to your kids and are teaching hockey at this higher level are available, and they've got that pedigree that they grew up and they took it to this highest level.
Yeah, the rink here, the KCIC, the Kansas City Ice Center, along with the Stars organization, have really surrounded themselves what I believe, and it starts with Tom Tilley, from the top down, with great coaching staff, great guys who have played the game, great guys who know the game. So when your kid does come into the program, like today, we'll probably have 20 volunteer coaches out here to help with this little deal. And they're all volunteers. They want to be here for the right reasons. They want to be here because they have a passion for hockey. They want to grow the game, and they all have knowledge to help grow the game. And that's really what we need. And I don't see anything but hockey growing here in the area.
I agree. Well, in our article, Tom made a comment that he said that as far as equipment goes, that hockey is the third fastest growing hockey equipment.
Sure.
Is the third. Kansas City is the third fastest growing purchasers of hockey equipment, and is like, well, that's terrific, and that turns back to you, Dean, for what it is that you've done for hockey here at this rink, and I'm sure it's filtered through to the other rinks as well.
Well, you'd like to think that you can just be a little piece or a little bit of a piece to the puzzle to help out, and that's really what I'm trying to do here, is just to help out the whole hockey and the organization around here.
For sure. And so let's talk about the Learn to Play Hockey program. You've got these kids that are going to start and do it today. A lot of them will then turn to sign up with you guys for your Learn to Play Hockey program. Explain the program to us. I know there are 3 different levels that kids will go through, and then they graduate to the youth organization.
Yeah, we have a Learn to Play Hockey class. It's every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock and goes till 8:45. That's about enough for the kids to be on the ice with us for each week, Saturday mornings, and all they have to do is go to our website, kcicenter.com, and they can sign up for the classes. And what that does is that runs you through like a beginner's course of hockey. So if you're between the ages of 3 and 10 and you want to play, then we usually take you through a couple courses, make sure you can skate forwards, backwards, stick handle, pass, shoot, those things. And then you can enter right into a league just like you would into a regular baseball or football league or something. But you need to have a little bit of training to learn how to skate and things. And that's what we do. It's a class for hockey kids with hockey coaches learning hockey drills, and it's all hockey.
And moms and dads out there, learning to skate is not that hard, especially for the little kids.
Yeah, the little kids really take to it. I've tried to teach some adults how to skate, not saying that it was harder, but it was more difficult because little kids are fearless. And I think that sometimes older people or parents have a little bit of apprehension about falling and about breaking. I mean, I would if I was just learning how to skate. I probably wouldn't do it.
Well, you're going to fall farther. That's a part of it. Is the older you are, the farther you're going to fall, and you're smart enough to know how to brace yourself. Whereas a little kid is going to fall a very short distance, and it doesn't hurt as much.
I tell you what, these kids they really are fearless. I mean, they'll come out, and a kid this morning had breezers on, but he didn't put his shin pads on, and I said, "You'll be all right. Just get out there." You know? I mean, we got to get you out there. So, I tell you what, these kids that come out right now they're ready to go. They love the game of hockey. It's something different for them. And all I hear from their parents is, I can't get the stick out of his hands when we get home, or I can't. He wakes up in the morning fired up. Well, I tell you what, being fired up on a Saturday morning at about 7 o'clock, your parents, I don't think mind bringing you down to the rink.
Yeah, and parents will fall in love watching the game, and there's a great camaraderie even at that level. I mean, the kids still come off the ice just like any other sport and say, "Where's my snack?" Things like that. But they come off the ice and they're exhausted, and their faces are pink, and they've had a good time out there. They just enjoy the whole process, especially at the younger level. It gets a little more serious as you get a little older, and your skill level increases. But you guys do a great job with the kids in getting them prepared for that. So then they graduate to the STARS organization or one of the other organizations across the city, and they start playing organized hockey at a recreational level or at a little bit more competitive level. So there is a path.
Yep, I met with 2 guys this morning, and I told them, we talked, where's my kid at? And I said, just 2 more learn to play hockey. By the fall, he'll be ready to go into the system, and then that's really how they work it. When their kid's ready, we don't take him along too quick or force him in there, where he's going to be overskated or overmatched. We take him along real nice, put him into the system, and next thing you know, they got a game for life.
Right, and you guys, you take these kids and you do this with them, then they start showing up. Now, you also, as a part of the Learn to Play Hockey program, you give them passes to come on out to your public skating sessions, either outdoors or indoors.
Yep.
And that's a huge that's free, and they get like half a dozen of them or something like that.
Yeah, with the Learn to Play Hockey, they actually get 8 passes because it's an 8-week course. Okay. So we'd like them to try to come once a week, so we give them an 8-pass public skate or like a stick and puck where they can come out and do a stick and puck, which is, pick up hockey basically.
And that's great. That gives them a greater chance to handle that puck. And once you get them on the skates and with the sticks and all that, you want to have the puck in there, have them handling the puck and moving and all that stuff as much as you can. Turning with the puck, skating backwards with the puck. I never could do that. But
the 45 minutes alone on the ice a week isn't really enough to really progress a kid. You need to take advantage of those open skate times and those open hockey times, and to really then they can work on their stopping, their starting, their crossovers, their tag or whatever they're doing out there in the open skate. But they really need that extra time on their own to work on skating, because it's not like any other sport where you can just go once a week, pick it up very quickly. It takes some time.
Now you can kind of get started with you guys fairly quickly. You've got a session going on right now. When's the next session start?
Yeah, we do. We just started one on the 9th of February, so we take enrollment all the way up to the 4th week. So we would take enrollment all the way through the beginning of March. So all you have to do is call us down here at Kansas City Ice Center. It's 913-441-3033, or visit us on our website at KCICecenter.com, and you can see all the programs that we run along with Learn to Skate as well.
So with, anybody out there, if basketball is ending for their kids or soccer is ending for their kids, and their kids say, I want to try this hockey thing, I've been out to a public session, or I tried the, play hockey for free thing, they can sign up right now.
Right, they can sign up right now. And we also have a spring league starting for the Stars, which they can sign up and play a little organized hockey if they feel they're ready for that, or if they want to come over and try the organization. And I know that on our next show, we'll be talking about roller hockey, I think. And what we're going to do with the rink outside is we'll tear it down. We'll clean it up, and we'll be playing roller hockey out there. So that'll be our next broadcast.
That's
maybe from
great.
The outdoor pavilion. The ice will be gone.
And the weather might be nicer, and we can do it out there under a covered area.
Right.
I've always wanted to do it in the inside.
Yeah.
It's just a little, getting the power and all that kind of stuff. We'll have to, you and I'll have to put our heads together and figure that out, because I want to do it while a hockey game's going on.
That'd be cool.
That would be fun.
Be cool.
So you've got other programs. You've got Learn to Skate. That's also out there if a boy or a girl wants to do figure skating as well.
It's basically learning how to skate is for figure skating, yes, but it's also for recreational skating.
Right.
Whatever you want to do, we do have classes to learn how to skate for kids and adults.
Right, and then you've got adult hockey programs as well, just recreational adult hockey programs at all sorts of different levels as well, that are fun for the adults to get out there. What's the reaction been to the outdoor ice since you guys put in? We're kind of like at the 3-month.
It's 99% great. The only problem we have is this weather. In the Kansas City area. On a Sunday about 2 weeks ago it was 73 degrees, and we can't hold the ice above about 58.
Right.
It's very hard to hold the ice with the warm wind, and so that's been our only drawback is some of the warm temperatures. But I tell you what, the kids who go out there and skate and the public who skate on that outdoor rink, they just light it up, because it really is just a whole new experience.
So you've still got the ice outside for a few more weeks. When you're planning on taking it down?
Oh, man, maybe around the 3rd of March is our target date right now. We're trying to run it that long. The next 10 days look pretty good. We'll just have to see how it goes.
Okay, so people come on out and enjoy the outdoor ice pavilion.
Yes.
Give us your phone number and your website again.
Yep, it's 913-441-3033, and you can just ask for anyone here to help you with any one of the programs, and the website is KCICecenter.com, and visit us on the web.
Dean, thanks very much. Appreciate you taking
Thanks
time
lot,
from a very busy day to join us. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, KC Sports and Fitness magazine show. We're coming to you from the Kansas City Ice Center, which is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. I am Steve Fish. We will be right back.
Thanks, buddy.
Go online and watch Good Sports, the KC Sports Magazine television show. It's available on the Good Sports KC YouTube channel and features local interviews with local athletes and experts covering sports, health, and exercise topics of importance to KC fans. And be sure to pick up your copy of the new KC Sports and Fitness Magazine featuring the Siege Sports High School Report, the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report, the KC Ice Center Hockey Report, the Great Life Golf Report, and the Bud Light Chiefs Report. KC Sports Magazine is always free, so pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress and improve your health and get more out of life. To make an appointment with Dr. McIntosh, call 816-753-4600. Most insurance plans are welcome, and this month get a Class 4 laser treatment for just $25 with your chiropractic visit when you mention KC Sports and Fitness. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, go online at kansascitychiropractic.com.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Whether you are playing a sport, running a business, or learning how to use an iPad, your ability to make split-second decisions is essential for your success. Hey sports fans, this is Greg Pryor. I was an infielder in Major League Baseball for over 9 seasons and was a member of the '85 World Champion Royals. My decisions in the field and at the plate could have been the difference between winning and losing. Since 1994, I have owned a local health supplement company called Life Priority. Life Priority offers many nutritional formulas that give your body the nutrients that can help your brain keep pace in today's fast lifestyle. To see all 17 Life Priority products, please visit my website at lifepriority.com or call me at 913-438-5433. Use Life Priority products and improve your chances of winning. For free shipping, use promo code LIFEP at lifepriority.com or call me today at 913-438-5433.
Save $8 on your purchase of $25 or more at Mafia Mike's Pizza, 15205 87th and Lenexa, or Mafia Pizzeria Southside at 12627 Metcalf in Overland Park with your coupon from KC Sports. Great pizza and a great offer you can't refuse from Mafia Mike's and Mafia Pizzeria. Call Mafia Mike's at 913-660-1441 and Mafia Pizzeria at 913-322-6666.
Football and tailgating are back at Kemper Arena. The high-scoring and high-impact Kansas City Renegades will bring indoor football back to KC. Tickets to see the Renegades are affordable without a bad seat in the house. Bring your grill and favorite beverage to tailgate before and after the game. The Renegades are primed to make a run for the championship, so secure your season tickets now, starting at $72. Visit kcrenegades.com or call 816-287-0523 to secure your seat in the highest impact sport in Kansas City.
Lights, camera, action! Would you like to have your business be the site where we shoot one of our good sports TV and radio shows? Well, you can. Your show will play 21 times on Sure West Channel 7. You'll get radio and TV commercials all month long, plus an ad for your business in KC Sports and Fitness magazine, and a whole lot more. TV remote packages start at just $333 a month. For more information on this great TV, radio, and print opportunity for your business, call KC Sports at 913-764-2050.
Welcome back to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're coming to you from the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can now skate on their indoor rink or their brand new outdoor ice pavilion. Come on out and skate outside at one of their upcoming public skating sessions, which you can find out about by calling 913-441-3033 and by visiting their website, kcicecenter.com. Plus, you can find out more about their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play Hockey programs on their website as well. Now, this segment of Good Sports is brought to you by First Student Charter Bus Rental. Rent a yellow school bus for your next group activity and receive 10% off your trip if taken before March 31st, 2013. Just mention KC Sports when you call 866-514-8747. Let First Student Charter Bus Rental get your group to the next special event. Choose yellow, choose first. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. This month, we interview Jayhawk Ben McLemore, Wildcat Shane Southwell, and Tiger Jabari Brown. Now, we also have a story on the KC Renegades indoor football coach, Ken McIntosh. Now, you can get season tickets for the Renegades, who will be playing at Kemper Arena beginning on March 17th by calling 816-287-0523 or by visiting kcrenegades.com. You can pick up your copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations. And if you'd like to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, you can go to our website and follow the links to our Facebook and Twitter pages. Our website is kcsportspaper.com. And now you can view some of our shows, this show and some of our past shows on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. Now, we'd like to thank some of our advertisers in KC Sports and Fitness, and they include Golf MD, who will be joining us on our taping from the golf show next week, Mafia Pizzeria Southside, and Mafia Mike's Pizza, where you can save $8 on any purchase of $25 or more with your coupon from Kansas City Sports and Fitness. Volleyball Beach, you can sign up now for spring leagues beginning on March 31st. Call 816-942-2820 or visit volleyballbeach.com. And the Kansas City Storm women's tackle football team, visit kcstorm.com to find out about their Introduction to Football exercise program. That's part boot camp and CrossFit program and part football camp. Now, we're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, the KC Sports and Fitness magazine show. We are coming to you from Hockey Day Across America at the Kansas City Ice Center, located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. I am Steve Fish. We'll be right back.
The Kansas City Ice Center's outdoor ice pavilion is now open. Sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes. Plus, come out to a public skating session or call them to schedule a party or group rental. And check out their Friday night theme skates, family nights, and more. The Kansas City Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information or to register for a class, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. For sports like you've never seen before, Siege Sports is the answer. Unique uniforms and superior equipment for your complete athletic experience. Contact Siege Sports at 913-953-8400 or visit SiegeSports.com.
Someone has to motivate her. Someone has to prepare him. Someone has to lead them. Someone has to train them. Heritage College. Train to be a personal trainer. Get started today. Call 1-866-845-3613. That's 1-866-845-3613.
One of the world's top golf club fitters is right here in Kansas City. Golf MD in Lenexa has been helping KC golfers for over 15 years by offering expert service at discount prices. Visit Golf MD for all your club repairs. They do regripping, reshafting, and lie, loft, and shaft frequency analysis. Plus, Golf MD can fit you in your existing clubs or create custom clubs for you too. And Golf MD also offers computerized swing analysis and launch monitor testing. Visit golf-md.com or call 913-663-5050. Sign up now for fun at Volleyball Beach. It's the perfect way to stay in shape and enjoy the outdoors. For over 22 years, Volleyball Beach has been KC's #1 sand volleyball spot. With 13 courts, Volleyball Beach has leagues every Sunday through Friday evening. And sign up now for summer and fall leagues. For more information, visit Volleyball Beach at 13105 Holmes. Call 816-942-2820 or visit volleyballbeach.com. Lights, camera, action! Would you like to have your business be the site where we shoot one of our Good Sports TV and radio shows? Well, you can. Your show will play 21 times on Sure West Channel 7. You'll get radio and TV commercials all month long, plus an ad for your business in KC Sports and Fitness magazine, and a whole lot more. TV remote packages start at just $333 a month. For more information on this great TV, radio, and print opportunity for your business, call KC Sports at 913-764-2050.
Welcome back to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're coming to you from the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can now skate on their indoor rink or their brand new outdoor ice pavilion. Come on out and skate outside at one of their upcoming public skating sessions, which you can find out about by calling 913-441-3033 or by visiting their website, kcicecenter.com. Plus, you can find out more about their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs on their website as well. Now, this segment of Good Sports is brought to you by the Surplus Exchange, where you can take a tax donation credit, plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. Now, I also want to mention some of the experts who each will be a part of our show during the month, and each has contributed to an article to our current issue of KC Sports and Fitness. They are Dr. Lynn McIntosh, who joins us in this segment from Kansas. She's from Kansas City Chiropractic. Former Royal World Series champ Greg Pryor from Life Priority Nutrition, and Pam Davenport and Billy Taylor, instructors at Heritage College. Now, in the current issue of KC Sports, in our high school sports report presented by Siege Sports, we write about Blue Springs High School's wrestling team, who are seeking their third straight state title in wrestling. Now, I also want to mention that on the 23rd of February, we will be taping our show at the Kansas City Golf Show. And in March, we'll be back here at the Kansas City Ice Center. So come on out and join us at these events, and you might see yourself on TV. And now, as I mentioned, joining us is Dr. Lynn McIntosh. She is a board-certified chiropractor. She's licensed in Kansas and Missouri. In addition to being licensed to provide general chiropractic care, Dr. McIntosh is a certified chiropractic sports physician, and she works with athletes from multiple disciplines on specific sports-related problems. She's also a regular contributor to Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and also a regular on our show. Welcome to the show, Dr. McIntosh.
Thank you, Steve. Boy, you guys are busy today. Oh, I hardly had a place to park out there.
Yeah,
it
is, and I'm showing off my third jersey in the third segment. It is hockey weekend across America, so people that know hockey are really enjoying this weekend, and there's a lot of extra things that are going on at the rink today that you can probably tell. It's going to be a very busy day here, but we appreciate you trooping in from the back of the parking lot and joining us here. That's one of the things that you recommend anyway. Is to park at the back of the parking lot.
Park as far away as you can
and get
so
a little bit of exercise.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
add it in anywhere you can.
So last month when you were with us, you told us about how you're celebrating your 10-year anniversary for Kansas City Chiropractic. Explain to our viewers what KC Chiropractic is doing in celebration.
Well, I am so excited. We want to give back to the community because the community's been really good to us, and obviously that's the whole reason we exist, is to help people and to help people around us. So we're doing 10 years and 10 charities. So every month from February through November, we sponsor a different charity. And this month was the Challenger Program through YMCA. And this program we went bowling with the kids on, and so it's any kind of disabilities. It's physical disabilities, it's mental disabilities, it's just all disabilities. And so it's how to include these kids into a physical fitness program, into an activity program, but it has so many other benefits besides just the physical. Because again, we're so concerned with, they have so much special school and this and therapy programs and stuff that they may not get to just go out and play. And they may have to have, like for this, they have a tremendous buddy system. I was so impressed with the volunteers. And this truly is a volunteer program. I mean, they have some staff that they set it up through and everything, but they started with like 92 kids in 2007. And now it's over 1,000 kids.
Wow.
And so we're sponsoring
locally? 1,000 kids? Really?
1,000 kids.
Wow.
And it's all through the year they have different programs. So they'll have, this month was bowling, so we sponsored bowling. So in the office you came in and you bowled for prizes so that we gave you information about the Challenger program. And then again, we got to go, so our office got to go and be buddies. And so we got to go with the other volunteers and participate with the kids. So you watched them bowl and just helped them get stuff on and do that. But it was amazing, the socialization that takes place. And a lot of these kids, their parents are so involved, and it was amazing to see both the parents, the volunteers. These volunteers knew these kids, knew what they needed, knew what they wanted. I mean, I had one kid, and where he had to have the orange ball and stuff, and it was fantastic, and they were just so good, and no matter what the issue was, these people had worked with these kids for a long time and had really known them, and it was cool because they were telling me about their friends. Oh, he's down here. Wait, I have to go get him before it's his turn, and they're waiting. So they have patience. They have this. But the fact that the parents get a little bit of a break, they got to hang out and that kind of stuff. But also, just for the athletes, they got to interact with new people.
Right.
They got to interact on a team, which is, it's a huge deal. So in life, this is such a big lesson to interact with others, to interact on a team, to give encouragement as well as get encouragement. I mean, that was really our job, was just high fives and hugs and what a great job. But I tell you, I just could not have been more impressed.
Well, yeah, and these individuals, even if they do have disabilities, they need recreation. They need exercise as well. It provides that. But also, the whole team aspect and the game aspect provides skills in problem solving because you've got to know the rules and things like that. There's obviously that social aspect and self-esteem when you throw a strike or you do a good job on whatever it is that you're doing, that you've got the rah-rah behind you.
And one guy had been doing it. He was a teenager, and he'd been doing it since he was 4. And, and told me about that he had been bowling since he'd been that, because he was good. And I was, I was like, yeah, I think he would totally beat me and stuff. He's like, well, I've been doing it since I was 4 and stuff. And so, and it was great. And they had the younger kids together, so they had really small kids.
Wow.
And then up through, like I said, the teenagers that I was with, we had different, all of the staff from the office were with different groups. And so it wasn't like we were just hanging out. Like, it was different people, and they had several lanes going and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, very much you learn the rules. Anytime you interact with something new, a different piece of equipment, a different rule structure, a different tempo to a different game, these are all things that are challenge the physical system and the mental system. So it was just, I would really, if anyone wants to volunteer, I would say that this is a great program. And that was just bowling. Now they have several, so that goes for a month and a half.
Right.
And then it goes, and then they have softball, baseball, touch football, swimming, soccer, or it's flag football, I think, and
tennis,
arts, basketball, tennis, all that kind of stuff. And they have a whole new facility that's going to be opening in May.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's May 5th, and it's up. Trent Green has donated to put the football field in and the soccer field in, and I mean, it's quite a deal. I think it's called the Fred Pryor. The Fred and Shirley Pryor YMCA Challenger Sports Complex.
Okay.
So it's up at Excelsior Springs, but it's supposed to be really cool. We're going to go up for their opening.
Well, I know we had someone from the YMCA on our show several years ago when they opened up the baseball facility they have, and it's somewhere in the north side of town. I can't remember exactly where it is, but it's very flat, so that kids that may be in a wheelchair can participate in it, and the buddies can help them with that. But it's very flat, and I believe it's rubberized and creates a good opportunity in case somebody falls or anything like that. It's more protection and things like that, but it allows them to participate in the game.
And there is, I mean, most of us participated in some kind of sport as a kid. I mean, whether it's PE class or whatever it is, and you don't realize how many times that really adds to. Proprioception is where you are in space. So, I mean, just walking along is one thing. Walking on a rocky road is a different thing.
Right.
Walking on a field, where you're trying to change direction, that's completely new. And when you get to your advanced athletes, your Olympic athletes, you've got, a rubber band, those big heavy bands tied to them, and they'll be running in a certain direction, and the trainer will pull them off balance in different ways, and to hit that proprioceptive system. So, any time it is a new sport and a new thing, something that you haven't done, you are affecting that. And so especially for anyone who, has any physical difference, and it really doesn't make any difference because it's, like I said, it works the same for you and I, but that is more important. I mean, if you have to balance, because maybe you don't have both limbs that you're walking on, or maybe because when you throw, I know that the little surfer who lost an arm to the shark, it was very hard, not so much. I mean, she'd surf forever, but it was the weight difference of the losing the arm that made such a big difference.
Well, and the balancing aspect,
the balance,
huge
difference.
Yeah.
So that was for her to overcome. So.
For sure, and it's it's a challenge just to us regular folks too.
Absolutely.
Every day as well, but these are great things that allow them to participate in these things and learn how to communicate their needs and communicate with their teammates and things like that, and those are all pluses.
Yeah.
Those are all huge pluses. Now, we're talking with Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. She's located at 4510 Bellevue. Phone number is 816-753-4600, and her website is kansascitychiropractic.com. You can find out more information about the Challenger program by visiting kansascityymca.org. That's real simple. Did you take any pictures while you were at that?
Yes, they did, and I think that they are. I know they're posted on the YMCA site, and I think then I believe that our
You'll have
Facebook
to get me some of those pictures so we can put them on the TV show.
Oh, okay.
For
you
sure,
bet.
while we're talking about it now. One of the things that we have, let me back up again. March is coming up.
Yes.
What's your charity that you're working with in March?
Every month we're going to have a new one, and it is it's the STEM Alliance, which is science, technology, electronics, and math. And this is through First Robotics, and they are putting on the robot challenge. And so it's several thousand kids that they have made the robots, and they will compete against each other. We're really looking forward to it. I think in the office we're going to play Rock'em Sock'em Robot, when you come in and things like that.
How fun.
And the laser that we've talked about in the past has just, I can't say enough about how much change I see in patients that come in with any kind of pain. So when you challenge yourself out here playing, skating today and playing all these other things, that's really been a big benefit.
Well, let's talk about that laser a little bit. I know it's been a subject that we've talked about, but let's talk about it a little bit more just to, I'm interested in, it was a month ago that you talked with us. Give us an update on the types of, first of all, it's a Class 4 laser.
It's a Class 4.
Explain that, and then tell us what you've seen in your practice.
So it's the amount of power. And so there are, much lower lasers, but this one is the highest power. So it's a deep tissue laser. It penetrates 3.5 to 4 inches. So I have a pitcher right now. Or, no, he's a catcher, but he has to throw all the time.
Yeah.
And with a shoulder injury. And it's been about 2.5 weeks, and he has gone from hurting all the time, couldn't do push-ups, couldn't work out, couldn't do anything, and out of pain except for if he's doing a push-up on a serious incline, so he's increased the pressure, not the way. Because I know now he can put his feet on a ball and walk his hands all the way around the ball without pain. So, it's a huge difference. And the range of motion, that's really what happens, too, is that inflammation sits in there. When you have any kind of an injury, whether it's a bruise or some other kind of injury, it sits in there, and then the range of motion gets smaller and smaller. Now, at first, like this is a young, really healthy guy, you don't notice it so much, but it has restricted some of his rotation in his neck.
Sure.
So by fixing that, that's come back. His grip strength was reduced. Now, obviously, with adjustment, in one time we did his grip strength before and after that, and it increased 10 pounds just like that. So, I mean, it's just so much fun. It's so much fun to see such a change, and especially when you got some kind of sports injury. And it doesn't have to be we say it's a sports injury when you got it through sports, but it's the exact same injury as if I, worked at FedEx and I was putting too many boxes from one place to the next.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy at Old Shawnee Pizza who said I, messed up something in my shoulder, and it was just lifting the boxes and moving things. Because I was asking about his golf game, and he said, "Well, since the, since that, I was like, well, maybe you should go see Dr. McIntosh."
Hey, I was going to say we've had great results with
it. A better solution than anything else that you could do.
Well, it speeds healing. I mean, we've always dealt with these issues, but it's the fact that it speeds healing 40 to 50% is what's so exciting about it. And so it's not that it takes the place of what we have done in the past, but it is such a good adjunct, and it speeds healing so much that what used to take months and months is now you're seeing changes weekly.
Much quicker.
Yeah.
So who's a good candidate for Class 4 laser therapy for treatment?
Really, it is any any pain. Now, when I say that, because a lot of pain comes with inflammation, and it comes with inflammation in joints. So, I mean, it works for arthritis, but that is a very long treatment plan.
Right.
So, if you have a newer injury, then you will see results very, very quickly. Now, for spinal, like neck pain, low back pain, mid back pain, it absolutely works. But I'll tell you what, if you have a sprained wrist, if you have carpal tunnel, if you've got that tendonitis in the elbow, if you've got that knee that's been bugging you, joints are so, you can get to all of it.
Right.
You know, that's the thing. When we treat the spine, it's we're only treating the one side. On your neck, of course, we're treating all the way around, but the three sides. And so that's where we see a big benefit with spinal injury and with spinal, like tingling, numbness, any kind of pain, especially like, oh, you're sore in the traps up here because you got that trigger point that's really been bugging you and it always tightens up, then you get the headache from it and everything else. That it works for that.
Right.
But boy, joints. It is because it's easy to get all the way around and it penetrates so deeply.
Right.
And especially for runners, too, that IT band problem, that hip flexor, that when you've got that pointer in your hip, been really tremendous for all that. I mean, you know, we had talked about, I think, plantar fasciitis in the past. Just really quick, really, really amazing.
That is truly amazing. So what does it do? Once you turn that thing on and you point it at some part of the body and it penetrates 4 inches into the body, what's it doing that's causing this pain to go away?
Well, it does reduce inflammation.
Okay.
And so it's stimulating the cell to work faster. So it's healing faster. But it's doing what it already does, but it's just giving it a boost. It's pushing the mitochondria. It's also, for the pain relief part of it, is it's stimulating different cytokines and all the pain. There's many different things that are part of the pain complex. Bradykinins, interleukins.
These long words.
There's all these things that are in this stuff called inflammatory soup. And so what it does.
Inflammatory soup?
Yep. There's so many of them.
Funny.
We just call it inflammatory soup because it's just all the different things that contribute to pain. One of them is called substance P for pain, you know. And so it is stimulating the cell. It is so all those things that fight the pain, the little, like, if you want to say the aspirin inside the cell, but the painkiller inside the cell, of course that's not correct, but it is, it's releasing the painkillers inside the cell. So it is dampening that response, but it is truly stimulating healing because it is firing the cell to do all the things that it's normally going to do for healing, just boosting them to do it a little faster. But by getting rid of the inflammation at the same time, then when it does participate, you get that increased range of motion because you no longer have that inflammation sitting there, which again allows, the more motion you have, now it allows it to really move that inflammation out even faster.
Right. So as a regular person that, you know, maybe turns their ankle or something like that.
Absolutely.
That turns their, we come to you, what's a typical treatment? What's it feel like?
It's a warm sensation. I don't know if I told you about this, but I literally have a woman who turned 94 like days ago.
Oh, wow.
And so...
Yeah, she was 93 the last...
Yeah, she was 93, but she was like, I'm going to be 94 in a month, and now it's a month.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, and she, you know, she has a cane, and she's bent forward.
Right.
But after she has the treatment, she can stand straight up.
Wow.
And walk out. And it's just very, very cool.
So it's just a warm feeling. What's the usual treatment time-wise?
It's about 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay.
It takes about 15 minutes. And it is, you will feel the warm sensation, so you feel how that it's actually working. And this is one of the few things you can use over a joint replacement. So, you know, a lot of things that you can't use when you've had a joint replaced and you have metal and things like that. But this
so
you can.
still use it, yeah.
Absolutely.
And, you know, so anybody, an injured athlete, I've read that it can cut, if you get a treatment within a few hours, after it can cut the rehab time in half.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing.
It is. Well, because, again, it interrupts that pain or that inflammation response so that it actually doesn't become full-blown.
Right.
And so that's what, you know, once it's this swollen and you have to reduce it, if it didn't quite get there, you know, if it slows it down. No, I actually, there's several teams that are using it on the sideline, and especially for even warm-up for pitchers where they used to use ultrasound and stuff. Now they're using this laser to reduce the incident of injury because it's softening the tendons, getting everything warmed up so that they can do their pitching without, this tightened down.
Well, I'll bet the Royal Spring Training, they just have them lined up. When pitchers and catchers arrive, they probably just have them lined up for that kind of a treatment.
Yeah, I don't know whether they have it. I know that the Blue Jays use it all the time. And I know the guy who's on the sideline for the Missouri Tigers at every game, for football season and that kind of stuff. So they've got several.
Absolutely awesome. Dr. McIntosh, tell us where we can go to get a treatment like that.
Absolutely. KansasCityChiropractic.com, and that will get you to our website. You can find us on Facebook. We're on the west side of the plaza at 4510 Bellevue. The phone number is 816-753-4600.
And if you check out Kansas City Sports and Fitness, there is a coupon in there from Dr. McIntosh's office that you can use to save on your laser treatment as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, as always.
We look forward to finding out more about the next event that you're doing in your 10-year anniversary. Again, congratulations.
It'll be a lot of fun.
That. That'll do it for our show today. My thanks to our host for the show, the Kansas City Ice Center, and our guest, Dean Nelson from the KCIC Center, and Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. And check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. You'll find it all over Kansas City, and it's free. So pick one up today.
These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh of Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress and improve your health and get more out of life. To make an appointment with Dr. McIntosh, call 816-753-4600. Most insurance plans are welcome. And this month, get a Class 4 laser treatment for just $25 with your chiropractic visit when you mention KC Sports and Fitness. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, go online at kansascitychiropractic.com. Rent a yellow school bus for your next group activity and receive 10% off your trip if taken before March 31st, 2013. Just mention KC Sports when you call 866-514-8747. That's right, receive 10% off your yellow school bus rental if you take your trip before March 31st. For the discount, be sure to mention KC Sports when you call 866-514-8747. Let First Student Charter Bus Rental get your group to the next special event. Choose yellow, choose first.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Let Sport Court come and install a basketball game court at your home. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. So sink that basket at the buzzer and have your own Final Four at home in your backyard or driveway Sport Court. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. The Kansas City Ice Center's outdoor ice pavilion is now open. Sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes. Plus, come out to a public skating session or call them to schedule a party or group rental. And check out their Friday night theme skates, family nights, and more. The Kansas City Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information or to register for a class, visit kcicenter.com or call 913-441-3033. Eagles Landing Golf Course is the place to play golf in the Southland and is by far the best golf value around. Visit eagleslandinggolfcourse.com, and for tee times, call 816-318-0004 and make the drive to see why Eagles Landing is the best golf value in KC. The Kansas City Storm women's tackle football team presents an introduction to football. It's 8 2-hour workouts that are part boot camp and CrossFit program and part football camp. For more details, visit kcstorm.com and save 50% when you sign up and use the code KCSports. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. Lights, camera, action! Would you like to have your business be the site where we shoot one of our good sports TV and radio shows? Well, you can. Your show will play 21 times on Sure West Channel 7. You'll get radio and TV commercials all month long, plus an ad for your business in KC Sports and Fitness magazine, and a whole lot more. TV remote packages start at just $333 a month. For more information on this great TV, radio, and print opportunity for your business, call KC Sports at 913-764-2050.